I was going through some couple files of photos, and I think we should go through it, and I will say something about each one. Okay, let's go for the first one. You see that guy on the left here? Oh man, that guy should be president of Andorra. Is Albert Llobera. He's a rally driver, and he's on the wheelchair since quite a while now, since an accident. I think he was 18 years old or something. And that guy, doesn't matter if you had a shit day or you're in hospital for 1 month like I did, that guy will come and make you laugh. Even if you have the worst day in life, this guy is so positive and he's so inspiring. Then, you know, it's always good to see him. I was hitting with him no later than yesterday, and it was pretty amazing. He always has some funny, he always say yes, he never say no for a party. He's so enthusiastic, and like I say, he's just non-stop. He's crazy and he's fun at the same time, and without talking of the talent, he's probably one of the best driver, and everything he do is good. And yeah, that guy is really important in my life, and I'm really happy to be member in his crew. I'm stoked. That's Albert Llobera. He's a fun lad. He's racing Dakar this year on a big truck. Yeah. Okay, let's go on the number 2. I'm just thinking about Albert, the party we had. Albert, if you watch this, you know what I'm talking about. Just to say one time it was 4 o'clock. We was just getting out from the party, just made it home. And he called me, I just get in bed, he called me, Cedric, come back. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm in my bed. I'll come back and bring a big hammer. I'm like, what do you mean I bring a big hammer? Oh, we're going to destroy my wall from the kitchen and we're going to throw it into the water. But I mean, Albert, you live in the 5th floor from a building. It's like, doesn't matter. I think it's a good time to do it. I'm like, oh man, and he did it. I didn't go down, but he did it. And I mean, only Albert can do stuff like this. Okay, let's go to picture number 1. Oh, Anne-Caroline Chausson. She's like my little sister. She's amazing. She's probably, yeah, she's Olympic champion for once. She win probably 10 or 11 time like mountain biking world champion title. Every time she raced with us, I think she was around top 30 on the men class. Let's say everything in sport she touch, she's good at it. No, she's not even good at it, she's a boss. And she's a really good friend, because that person is, she can be so many times world champion, she's just a normal person, super fun. And when you know her really good, you will be surprised how well and how hard she party. Yeah, only good things to say about her. She inspired me as well, especially lately. You know, going through like a big sickness, having a cancer is definitely the hardest stuff for a woman to go through. And that woman fight even more than when she's racing. Then yeah, she's at the top of the cake. She's awesome. She's unbelievable. She's a good friend. You always count on her. And if you have a problem or you don't feel good, you can count on her. Yeah, Chausson, Anne-Caroline Chausson. Alright, let's go to picture number 3. Oh, that's my old ages of mountain biking. When I was young, I was starting to race BMX, and that guy, what I remember about that guy, he never had his helmet straight on. His helmet was always sideways, and he was not winning everything, but his style and the way he ride was a character for me. I don't think I was really impressed by, I mean, I was looking at the winner obviously, but that guy always take my attention because the way he was riding. He always had that crazy, never his wheel straight. He was always pumping everything. It looked like he was effortless when he was racing. Alright, let's go to picture number 4. Oh, Aston. That's probably the best thing I ever bought in my life. And yeah, Aston. I bought Aston the day I get out the hospital when, what did I do? My first knee surgery. And I'm like, oh, I always have a dog when I was a kid, and I was living alone right now, you know, I was living with my girlfriend at the time. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to get out the hospital, I'm going to stay 3 months in a rehab, you know, and train every day at the house. I want to get a dog again because I really like dogs and they're always fun and it's all about, you know, education. And I get that dog and it was so sick, you know, it was really hard to pick him up, but at the end of the day it was super easy because it was like 15 or 20 dogs, and I went through to pick up the dog and he's like, which one do you want? I don't know, I just put my hand. And everyone was fighting, and one little guy with the other side of the fence go all over his mates, come to me, lick my finger and look at me, basically saying like, please take me. And I look at him and it was funny. I took him, I'm like, I want this guy, and the guy grabbed it and he's like, you sure you want that one? I'm like, yeah, you didn't even look at the other one. Like, I don't need to look, he's the one who came to me, he chose me. And he's like, yeah, but look, we had to cut his hair here, cut his hair here, and I'm like, I don't care, it's okay. He's like, yeah, because we didn't know if he had a problem. I'm like, eh, whatever, I'll take that one. Then it was funny because the guy tried to convince me to don't take it, but I took it anyway. And I think that's the best choice I ever did. And that guy was always there with me. He's always there when I wake up, always ready to go and take a lap, go skiing with me, training with me. He's a good lad. He's fun. And he don't do too bad stuff. I mean, he shit a couple times in the house and pee in the house, but it's okay. When you're that cute, you forget. Okay, let's go to picture number 4. Oh, no, 5? No, 5, yeah. 5. Oh, the brothers. Well, definitely a fast family here. I mean, we have Rachel Atherton, we probably win the most races in the women class since Chausson left. We have G, the youngest of the 2 brothers, who is just a machine, but now he's having a hard time, but beautiful career. Twice world champion, I think. Definitely a committed rider. When we talk about commitment in all the videos, that's commitment. It's victory, victory. Second place is not an option. It's victory. And we have the brother who is a really talented rider, but yeah, he don't have definitely all the success and have the 2 other ones. But in his own league, for me, is a really great rider. He can do anything, BMX and dirt jump and downhill, enduro, everything you name it on the bike, he's good at it. And he's a cool guy. Well, they look kind of cold like this, but when you know them, they're fun. Yeah, they need to chill out a bit. They look serious, but they're fun. Okay, let's go to the next picture. Oh, massive respect on that man. I'm a fan of car racing, and Ayrton Senna. Yeah, if you guys didn't see the movie of Ayrton Senna, watch it. It's beautiful, and you're going to cry. That guy was just, and I'm French, I should be Prost, but no. Ayrton Senna was the man. Just from the gentleman to the how much he fight for something he love. And for me, yeah, Ayrton Senna was probably the biggest thing we lost in car racing. He made car racing what it is today, I think. And I don't think it's easy for his younger I think it's his cousins who race and have the same name, because when you work in the shoes that big, need to be good. Ayrton Senna, definitely the king of the asphalt. Who is this guy? This is Greg Minnaar, I think first year racing, and oh, it's amazing. After he I think that's the first year or something he was on the global team. It was amazing. That guy is just super talented, and you know, that's something funny about Greg Minnaar. He was the guy who had the most fun, and I mean, he was doing good and have good results. But through the years, he started to become like a winning machine, and he still look like he have fun. And it's funny because you look at him, he looks so innocent, but he's definitely a good guy to hang out with at the bar, and definitely really impressive career. So many wins, and now he was the youngest there, but now he's probably one of the oldest ones. It means like, you know, a career of mountain biking can be long. I mean, we have two examples here. We have Greg Minnaar and Steve Peat, and I think it's pretty amazing. Yeah, that's funny, the baby face. Okay, now, who is that guy? Cedric Gracia and Mike King racing at Ciole Classic. I don't know if it's semi-final, final. I've played number 3, I've played number 1. Ooh, well, the first time, that's pretty good to be in the top 3 at Ciole Classic with all the pedaling. I was probably fit that day. I was young, I think. Yeah, I was young. That was when I was in Canada, when we had that crazy team, semi-truck, and the whole gig. It was definitely one of the best years in my life, racing, and racing around the world and sharing team with Anne-Caroline Chasson and Brian Lopes. And dual slalom was cool because, you know, you race on the blue course, the red course. It was no, you know, no dirty racing. It's like you against the other guy. And it was pretty amazing because it was fair and square. And yeah, I had good moment on that, like racing downhill and dual slalom. Especially at Ciole, because you know, you the French would come over there and race in America, and you want to beat them, and it was difficult. I think I won one time, but definitely fun days. A lot of people, spectators. American people are really good to entertain, and it's always fun. Love America to go racing. It's awesome. Okay, here we are talking to America, Captain America. Oh man, the story of Captain America. One year I was at Rampage and I decided, you know, it was Carnival. Then I decided to buy a clothing of a superhero. Then I choose Captain America because I was in Captain America. And during my training before the final at Rampage, I crashed and I had those clothing on. And obviously I got unconscious. And I remember when I get up, the lady asked me, "Where are we?" I mean, we're in Utah. "What is your name?" And I look at my clothes and I look at the lady, I'm like, "I'm Captain America." And the lady, "Straight to the ambulance." And I'm joking, I'm joking. She was thinking I was like out of my mind, and I was just thinking it was funny. But I realized later on that I was really beat up and I had to go to the hospital for surgery, and I was bleeding in the inside everywhere. Then, yeah, I got lucky on that one. That's probably the first time I almost lost my life. Well, not the last one. I think this is a new Cedric Gracia. Josh Bryceland and me. Well, look at those two faces, one old, one young. But I think we pretty similar in a lot of ways. We just ride bikes. Sometimes we don't try to be the quickest when we have to, because we don't care. We just want to ride and have fun. We're living the moment. That's the problem with us. We don't take things too serious when we should have. But is that important? I don't know. I'm pretty happy with my life, and I'm pretty sure he's happy with his life. And he has something not many people have. It's the style. And when he talks, it's hard to understand him. I think he even have a hard time to understand himself. He's just a good lad, such a good kid. I mean, kid, he's not a kid anymore really. He have his conviction, he know where he's going, and we shouldn't be worried about him. He's fun, and he don't need much. He's happy with simple things. And as you know, sometimes you see athletes, they look like princess and they want everything more than they should have sometimes. That kid don't. Josh Bryson, he's fun. A rat boy. Okay, next one. Oh, big man. Big man, and definitely one of my best friends. This guy, just for me, he's not only the owner of the biggest brand in the mountain bike industry, Santa Cruz. He's a man who was a visionary. He's a man who have respect. He's a man who always give a chance. And yeah, he basically give everything to me, everything what I was expecting and need from a friend. And well, you can see I'm happy to serve him a nice glass of wine. He never said no for a nice glass of wine. Rob Roscoe, definitely for me, like not only a legend on the skateboarding, because he was, but more like a good man, like honest and dedicated, and is what he loved. And that man don't take shit, and I would not like to fight with him. He will kill you. Look at the side of his neck. That guy is awesome. Yep, and he's a good rider. He's old now, not that young, but good rider. Okay, next. Oh, the king of BMX, Christophe Levac. Like they say in America when we race, when we was a kid at the ABA Grand. Yeah, man, that guy just went to America and showed to the American racers how it's done on a BMX. First time an American French moved to America and beat the Americans on in their own sport. And yeah, I was lucky enough to be able to ride with him in a team in BMX, and after he joined us in mountain biking when he was all on the Team Sun. And it was just amazing, you know, the way he just schooled everyone. He was just another step above everyone else. And as a young rider, as a young kid, it was just amazing to look the domination, the way, the technical he had, and the power. It was a good example for us. And yeah, he made BMX really big in France, and because, you know, moving to America and beat everyone. That's awesome. Christophe Levac. Who is this guy? Oh, that's Daddy. Well, that's what I'm going to look in 20 years from now. That's me. That's my dad. Oh, my dad. I would never be here if my dad well, didn't bring me to the races. When he didn't figure out if I don't do any sport, I'm going to break the house. And when he realized, and the most important thing in my life was, you know, to balance around on the bike. Doesn't matter what it was, on the track, on the BMX, on the streets, doesn't matter. Yeah, he realized pretty quick that he had to stop racing road cycling because he wasn't good at it. Then at least I helped him on that. That's probably the only thing I helped him on in life. And yeah, without that guy I would be no one. He teach me everything. He teach me value of life. He teach me how to be on time. He teach me how to respect people. He teach me how to be honest, work hard, and never take things for granted. Then yeah, I basically I need everything to this guy. Yeah, Dad. Good lad. He's a good man. Funny, funny, funny. And that guy was more scary than me when he was young. If you think I party, that guy was partying even harder, I think. Okay, woo. I don't have women washing my bike like this. That's maybe because I don't write comments on. But when I say this, yeah, I like it. I like it. I mean, it's not my type. I don't like the bike, but I like the picture. I like what I see. Okay, next. Yeah. Yeah, you make me spend a lot of money. Yep. Enzo, why did you have to make those cars? Because I fell in love with the cars, Ferrari cars. I was probably 9 or 10 years old, and I told my mom, all right, if I talk to Santa Claus, because I think I was still thinking Santa Claus is real. Then I was telling my Santa Claus, like, I don't want to have Playmobiles anymore, I don't want to have Legos, I want cars, I want Ferraris. Then I was collecting those Ferraris, and I was always telling my mom, I'm going to get one. One day I will get one. And my mom was like, no, come on, Cedric. You know, it's important to be realistic in life. A Ferrari is really expensive if it's for an elite of the people, and blah, 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 blah. And I remember looking at my mom, I'm like, I am the elite of the people. And she was laughing. And yeah, I worked hard on my life. It's not like I worked hard. I enjoyed my life, and I was lucky enough to, my job was what I loved the most. Then I saved money, and not later than 5 years ago, I bought my first Ferrari. And this was a big deal. It was hard even to drive it, because I couldn't believe I had one, because I think they are the dopest car in the world. The engine, the history, the smell. I mean, you drive a Ferrari, it's basically having the most beautiful girl in your bed. That's exactly the relation I have with with women and cars. And Ferrari is definitely the best thing I ever had in my hand. And I didn't want to sell it, but I sold it. But to get another one sooner or later. Yeah, Enzo Ferrari, the legend. That guy made the most beautiful car in the world.